forgot to turn my camera the other way around. There we go. Good morning, people. Good morning. You know, the reason why I'm doing this live stream is because I actually had quite a few people send messages to me in terms of how to change the bandage for my cat, because he had a degloved tail, so I worked very hard in order to try to keep his wound clean, try to keep as much of his tail as possible, so that there's less or little to amputate if that day ever comes. And for those of you who've never been here, basically this channel is called Small Flat 7 Cats. And what happens is that I share how I take care of my 7 cats in a tiny little apartment here in Hong Kong. And hopefully I can reach out to more multi-cat or potential multi-cat owners out there and see what I can actually help with, because there's so much I've learned from these guys, from basically taking care of them. Now, this is not the best angle. Okay, I'm gonna see how I can actually do this. Okay, before I start, see, this is Burrito. He's a rescue of mine, and what happens is that he actually had a really nasty tail wound since like a week old. And what happens is that I need to change his bandage that you see wiggling around every single day. See it? Yep, that's it. And it's actually not easy. This design that I had, this one, it actually took quite a few tries, because he refuses to wear a cone on his head, on his neck, and it just drives him insane. It does protect him from biting the wound, but then he does like fall from the table to the floor. So I designed a cone that is made of basically like a sheet of plastic, like a filing folder, and it was secured on his body like this, because his wound is pretty much like a chronic wound. So yeah, it's impossible to get him to wear a cone. It's impossible. So therefore I had to design a cone that goes on his tail instead. Yeah, he's a little bit disgruntled, but we've been doing this for like, yeah, 11 months. 11 months. It's amazing, isn't it? It's amazing. So shall I get started? Shall we get started? Yes, we shall get started. Okay. Mummy's gonna put the camera somewhere so people can see. I know, I know, I know, I know, I know, I know. It's your usual bandage change, which I don't even know where to put. Okay, just hold on. Hey, Jennifer. Okay, just hold on. I'm trying to find a way to put down the camera. That's Burrito. I'm gonna change his bandage. Yes. Okay, say hi to Jennifer. Say hi. Say hi. He's a little bit disgruntled. I know. You never like these bandage changes. But the good thing is, it doesn't hurt anymore. Oh, just hold on. We got an Awww cat. Cat escaped. Cat escaped. All right. Okay, Mummy's gonna find a way to put this in a place where people can actually see. This is actually not an easy task. How's it going, Jennifer? I haven't seen you in a while. How's your weekend? I mean, it's actually, no, it's only the weekend in Hong Kong. It's the long weekend here. So I think most of my friends are actually like slept in. I know. Yeah, I know. All right. Shall we get this over with? See, sometimes, part of my job is to actually just to calm him. Yeah, you never really catch my live, hey? I'll try to do it I'll try to do it on more random times so that I can kind of catch everyone, or try to catch everyone. Yeah, I'm doing pretty good, actually. I started a blog for my cats. It's the same name as my YouTube name, so it's just MeloCat.com. And yeah, it's basically sharing stuff about how to raise my cats. Basically, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something very interesting. Is that as soon as people like locally here, they found out that I got 7 cats, and that I can actually take care of them all okay, including this high maintenance guy right here. People started calling me up for like possible cat adoptions. Oh, there's somebody back there. That's Yellow Cat. For possible cat adoptions, people who abandon their cats. Yeah. Hey, Leah, what up? I'm good. I'm good. I'm actually just trying to change his bandage. So people call me up now if they got cats for adoption, if they got people who's abandoning cats, if they got people, if they got people who's interested in taking cats. So it's quite interesting. I became like the lady to go to. Okay. All right, buddy. Okay, come on. Would you like to sit on my lap? Okay, we gotta change your bandage. See, this is how good he is. He just kind of sits here. Oh no, Moi, please don't come here. Moi, please don't come here. Okay. Yeah, I got quite a few people who was asking me how to take care of his tail bandage, and I find that a lot of people actually take this design for reference. So if you guys actually know somebody who's got a cat tail wound that they need to make them wear a cone, this is actually a good alternative, because a lot of cats actually go insane if you make them wear that. If you make them wear that cone of shame, it's just not natural. Okay, you guys can see. Okay. Okay. All right, buddy. Okay, buddy. Let me try to free you of this bandage right here that you were trying to bite. I know. So you guys are gonna hear a lot of silly cat talk, because from what I learned from raising my cats, I don't know if you guys can relate, is that they actually, well, I think it's the same with dogs and a lot of animals, is that they actually react to your tone of voice, not so much what you say, of course. So when I'm doing his bandage change, yeah, what about it, Liam? So when I'm doing his bandage change, I try to keep a rather cheerful or calming voice, so it doesn't, so I'm not setting the tone that I'm doing something awfully scary, so it doesn't scare him shitless. All right. What about it, Liam? Okay, no. I know. Yeah, and I've been doing this like a few times a day for the past 11 months, you guys. So if anything, I've became the pro at dressing his tail. Other cats, I don't know. My cat, yes, definitely pro. They found abandoned, wait, just hold on. I can't. Okay, but they don't know what to do. Yeah, you know, that's why. Okay, now that you guys are here, you know, for my blog, which is under construction right now, it'll be launched pretty soon, actually. There's gonna be an adoption section. So for those people who knows me, that I know, and they need help, they can actually post it on my webpage, and yeah, I can help them find potential owners. What? Notice yeah, that's how Patreon works. That's what Patreon is. You can do like a one-off thing, I think, but you can do regular ones. They let you choose. Okay, so this is his tail right now. Look at, it's so much better. Look at, it's so much better. There's just that little part on the tip that hasn't healed over yet. Yeah, it's for Burrito, and also for the people who rescue animals that needs my help. Okay, here you go. Okay. Oh, you don't want to show them? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I know. You're a big boy now. Oh, you're a big boy now. Okay, Mommy's got to sterilize. Okay, he's biting my arm. Kind of. Oh, thank you, Leon. So see, the tip of his tail, oh God, it's still a little bit raw. So it still needs to be covered, because otherwise, if he goes back and forth between the litter box, then he's prone to have an infection. So you cannot underestimate that. Oh, look at. Yeah, so Liam, you know, look at how far he's come. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there we go. You know, it's been 11 months. Can you believe it? 11 months. All right. It's already been a very long time. I think he's doing so well. He's such a strong boy. Aw, here. I need to find a good stand for my phone. I don't even know how to make this work. Okay, buddy, you gotta cooperate here. He's really being really good. So basically, he'll make that disgruntled sound, but he bears with it, mainly because I think he knows what's going on. A lot of people, like, you guys actually have to see it to believe it. Like, he's actually really that good. And I think it's because, you know, he trusts me a lot. Like, I mean, what kind of animal would actually sit here and let me do a bandage change like this? And this is actually an alcohol swab. Well, he still makes that, he still makes that sound, but he lets me do my thing. This is actually like an alcohol swab. So you can imagine, this stings. You know, and it's the same every day. I'm just so proud of him. Okay, all right. We got that part down. Shall we do the bandage? Okay, let's do the bandage. All right. Okay. All right. And his tail's a little bit sensitive now too, because there's not much of skin on it. So whatever it touches, it's very sensitive. And I still need to cover his tail up. Oh, he definitely knows. You know, the funny thing is, now that you mentioned it, Sir Carlos, my black cat, right? He's got a parasite lately, and he's got to go on medication. And usually, according to my knowledge of him, he'd definitely attack me because it's Sir Carlos. He's quite offensive, defensive, and offensive, and I'm sure he'll attack me. But the thing is, he actually made the correlation between him not feeling well and me suddenly, you know, getting him to eat his meds. I don't know how he made the connection, but he never attacked me. In fact, he took his medicine like a man. Here, I'll show you. He's actually he's right beside me right now. He takes his medication just like a real man. And I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. He's doing so well. Okay, back to Burrito. Hey, Burrito. But. You know, Burrito actually has a lot of nicknames. No, it's Daniel. It's Daniel Newman, but I think it got delayed. He was supposed to come, but yeah, he didn't end up coming because of some personal arrangements. I think it got delayed to later on in the year. Okay, buddy. All right, so now we got your wound covered up. Oh, and Mommy forgot to put the ointment. Oops. Okay, let's put the ointment here. Okay, that goes on your wound. You know, this ointment, oh, Liam, this is like the most expensive item I've ever seen in my life. This thing is like the size of like the, what is it? The eye drops. This thing is 200 bucks Hong Kong dollars. So, it's like $25 US for this thing. Yeah, it's weird. Should resume that chat. Anyway, this is like, yeah, $25 US, and it doesn't really go through that many uses. It's actually made from stem cells. It makes his wounds heal faster. Isn't that amazing? Like some of the stuff. Oh, okay. You wanna get up? Oh, what's this? Why are you so disgruntled? Okay, nothing should hurt right now. If anything, I just need to protect your tail. Okay, I'll put the shield back on. Do you want the shield back on? Do you want the cat shield? Yes, you want the cat shield. Look at you guys. I'll show you. See, he's just being such a good boy. He's just being such a good boy. Burrito. Yeah. Yeah, it's very expensive, huh? Like vet visits. Do you guys have insurance for pets where you are? I remember when I was in Canada, my cat used to have insurance. Okay, Burrito. Burrito, I got to make you a new cone. Do you want to use your old one? Okay, we can use the old one. We can fix this one. All right. So, you guys, if you know somebody who's got a cat that has a tail wound, this is what you do. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna make a new one so you guys know how to make one. I cut a piece of plastic from a filing folder. Okay. And I cut it. It doesn't even have to be pretty, to be frank. Okay. And then I cut it to look kind of like a cone. You know those cones that you see at the vet? Okay, there we go. So it's kind of like a U shape. You can't go yet. You can't go yet. You can't go yet. Okay, buddy. Okay, buddy. I know you're a big boy now. You're a big boy. Oh, is it so cute when he does that? Okay. Can you stay in this position for me? Can you? Yeah. You can. Okay, so I got a kind of like a U-shaped plastic right now. If you can kind of see, like this. There we go. Okay, so it's very important to take the cloth, like a cloth plaster, to actually line the inside. Okay. Why is it every time when I change your bandage I get these allergies? Weird. So what I do is I actually cover the edge of here. Okay, see it? And I'll take another piece. Where's your plasters? Okay, so the reason why I'm doing this right now, there's a reason for it, is because this edge is going to be right up against the base of his tail. So as you can imagine, the edge of this sheet of plastic can become abrasive if he moves around. So it can scratch him, it can cut him repeatedly. It's not going to kill him, but it's definitely going to be uncomfortable. This is where you got to start thinking in this perspective. Okay, see, it's lined up like this. See it? And I got some people who ask me, he's like, is this hard to make? No, it's not hard to make. But my suggestion to you is, Travels is good. He recently just moved. So he's still nearby, but he recently just moved. And, oh no, somebody's at the door. Just hold on. Just hold on. Crap. Just hold on. Oh, geez. I think actually the intercom at my house is not working properly because every time I press a button, nobody hears me, and she thinks that I don't know how to use my thing. Crap. Okay, anyway. So for it here, see how there's a piece of bandage that's on his body right now? Now this is actually a very, 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 very sticky piece of bandage. You guys probably have used this before. Is a private apartment? Yeah, it's a private apartment. So what happens is that these ones, it's so sticky that if you kind of play around with it, you can actually feel the plastic, the gummy part that falls off. That's how sticky I want it, because the other ones that I got that kind of look like it, these ones are not sticky at all. Like, it's very gentle on the skin and it doesn't do jack shit, because I need this to cling onto his fur. Okay, I don't want this stuff to come off. Okay, this is very important. So if you think this bandage is impossible to peel off of his fur, okay, then you selected the right bandage. Okay, there we go. And here, every now and then, you got to check and see if this thing is lifting off. I'll show you. Oh, shoot, just hold on. Just hold on. Okay, that was great. Delivery just came. I ordered 30 boxes of Kleenex with tissue or with lotion because I'm very allergic and I use up tissues so quickly. Okay, anyway, so this part, let's see if I can get it to zoom in. Okay, I'm gonna zoom right in, you guys. Okay, see this part? This will lift off of his fur every now and then. So when you change his bandage, make sure that this, you don't see any of this, okay? And when you do, you trim it off. Yes, and I'm not gonna cut your ass off. Don't worry. Okay, gotta be very careful, but you have to trim off those parts that are not sticking to anything. See, look at how well he takes it. He actually, see, look at, he's not even growling because he knows. He knows. Okay, all right, so you trim off these parts. The reason why is because if this lifts, that's a lot of work, of course. If this lifts, then whatever I'm gonna do next is not going to work. See how there's bits of bandages right here? Because I can only remove them from trimming his fur. And that's the only way to get rid of these bandages because they stay on so freaking well. And I mean, it's good because if it doesn't stay well, then it's not gonna do what's going to happen next. See, look, I'll show you. Even if I try to rip this off, it's mission impossible. Yes, and you gotta press onto the base. Yes, okay. Okay, buddy. Okay, let me make you feel comfortable. All right, let's make you feel comfortable first. You don't like the position right now, don't you? Okay, you don't. Okay. Okay, can I put you in a better position? Okay, let's cradle you. Let's cradle you. Okay, so when I peel off the top part, I need to make sure that I'm pressing on the bottom part because otherwise you're just gonna pull his fur right off. Look at, I know. Grunt, grunt, grunt. Okay, so peel, peel, peel. Oh, you got a piece of cat litter here. That's the first time. Why is there a piece of cat litter? Okay. All right, so you can see there's parts of the old one. Okay, be very careful. Lift it off little bit by little bit. I know. Okay, and then there's a part where it exposes his fur. Be super careful. Trim the fur if you have to. Okay, so this is gone. So if you look right now, see how there's the old bits? I'll just keep them on there right now. So what I do is I'll replace this. I know. It's just, okay. Okay, it's nothing. Look at it, it's nothing. Okay, so there. Okay, it's taped onto his body. I know. Okay, see? You don't like that bandage, don't you? Oh, Okay, buddy. Okay, one more. Okay, one more securing bandage. Okay, can we sit like this? He doesn't like the position right now. Okay, all right. See how there's a big gap right here? It's very important that there's a piece of securing bandage right there. And the closer it is to the base of that white piece of bandage, the more likely the whole thing is gonna stay on, and you'll see why. Okay, so this, okay. But because after his surgery, they shaved off basically all of the fur on his butt. So there's not a lot that there is to work with. Okay? And because this really gummy bandage, to be frank, some of that gummy plastic is gonna stay on his fur. So I'm just gonna warm it up by pressing against it for a little bit so that it kind of melts on. Okay, now I'm gonna find the same type of bandage. Now this is a thinner one. I'm gonna take a strip that is quite long. Okay, wait. Okay, Okay, bud. Oh, bud. Is mommy not making you feel comfortable today? Okay, are you not feeling comfy today? Okay, I'll make this cradle a little bit more comfy for you. And you guys, you have to pay attention that sometimes when the animal is growling and fidgeting here, it's not like if they're in pain, obviously, but if they're not, it's because the way that you're holding them, they're not feeling secure and comfortable. So got to pay attention to that. Okay, see this strip right here? This is gonna go here. Okay, and then it's gonna extend all the way to the white part. What you want to do is have this distance as short as possible. Okay, that's why I said it's good to have this bandage go all the way down here, but because he doesn't have a lot of fur, so it can't go all the way. This is the best I can do right now. From my experience, the shorter that distance, the more invincible your bandage is. Okay, so I'll take a piece right here. Okay, and then I'll secure this onto here. Okay, see it? Secured. Okay. Now for the one on the tail. And the material of these bandages matter because some doesn't stay nearly as well on others and on some surfaces. So the type of bandage that you choose is very important. That I'll go into detail in my future video. So this one goes here. Make sure you leave him enough wiggle room, but not enough that he can actually kick it off. Okay, there we go. See? This is connected to this now. Right. Now another thing I have to do is I bought some gauze, and I like these disposable ones a lot because it's very clean. It's all sealed. And what I do is I take a little piece. Okay. And what I do is I take this, just one layer is sufficient. That way air can go through, but cat litter or other stuff cannot fall through. See the end of his tail right here? Okay. I know. I got a piece of hair in your eye. Because at the end of the bandage right here, it's just a big opening right now. You don't want anything to actually fall through that. Like nothing. Especially cat litter, because he's gonna play around the cat litter box, and there's nothing you can do, and neither can you actually make sure he doesn't do that. So what happens is, I'll show you. I take these plasters and I do this. So the net is right here. The plaster is like this. Okay, I'm just gonna cover the opening of his little telescope. That's what I call it, his little telescope. Just like that. So nothing is going to fall through. Can you see it? It's covered now. You can wrap it all the way around, but for me, because I have this. Where's the new one? I have this one. What I'm gonna do is I know. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap this under and around like this. Now, remember how before I protected it with this? You're gonna see it's gonna come very handy because this is up against the base of his tail. Okay. Measure. Okay, there's too much. There's a cat meowing outside. Who's meowing outside? Oh, just hold on. I think. Who's outside? Okay, head count. Boy, blah. Sir Carlos, Buddy. My orange cats. That's weird. There was a cat that's meowing outside. Yeah, I heard. I think it's my neighbor's cat. I think it's my neighbor's cat. Okay, anyway. All right. Okay, here. Okay, buddy. Hang in there. Okay, see it's attached right now? Okay, wait, Mommy's gonna get back into position so she doesn't flash the world. Oops. Yeah, that's. I'm sure that's my neighbor's cat. My neighbor's cat has been here before. We actually licked him. Okay, so this cone, it was a little bit too long, so I had to trim out some parts of it. We don't need it that long. Okay, let's try it again. Okay. Oh wait, just hold on. Let me show you. Okay, so this goes under, and oh, there we go. So as long as the cone is longer than the bandage, he can't get to it. That's my experience. Around, around, around. And this is too much here. So you gotta play around with it and trim off the unnecessary parts, because first of all, you don't need such a heavy cone, and second of all, you don't want parts that are sticking out so much that when he runs, it kind of like blocks him. Okay, there we go. Okay, everything's good to go. Now this is a different piece of tape. This is the ones that look like paper. The reason why I need to use this one, there's a reason for it, is because this cone is like smooth plastic, right? And this paper material, he doesn't like to lick it. He licks it once or twice, he'll stop. If I put the plaster that I used to line the edge of his cone, he will lick that until that thing falls off. So just a pro tip there. Okay, see, his cone is now on. I just need to do two more things. One is to take a small strip of bandage and link this, wherever I put it. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Take this. So do the same thing as I did earlier. Oops. Okay, long strip, just so that I can't see your message. Before 3 in the start. Yes, that is weird. Yeah, grade 9 is too early to drop out of school. Is too early. Okay, there we go. Okay, so this is connecting these two. So same logic. Take a piece of this beige one, super sticky. Pile it on. Secure it. And it's important to get it at the base of this thing. So again, you're minimizing the distance between these two. And now, paper one. Okay. And make sure you don't have any raw edges that he can actually pick at, because they're really smart. Once they find those raw edges, they can actually like lick off the bandage. So I'm just scratching it on. Yeah, it's securing it. See, look, there's little space between here and there. Less likely to fall off. Yep, he knows he's done. Okay, we're done. We're good. I know. Buddy, you're such a good boy. You're such a good boy. Tell everyone what a trooper you are. Tell everyone what a trooper you are. Yep, and he carries on with his day. Look. There we go. We're good. Burrito, you did it. You did it. So this is, for him, it's better than wearing the cone around his neck, because this will just, is invincible. Oh, there is a cat outside. Wait, let me see. Let me see who's outside. I think it's the Bengal cat. Go, there's a Bengal cat, right? Yeah, let's see. Who's outside? Who's outside? Yep. No, there's nobody outside. That's weird. Yeah, so that's over. So I had to do this every day, 1 to 4 times a day. Yeah, sometimes even more if it falls off more. So he's getting active. I don't know. And my cats are being very good. Before, it used to freak them out. This guy used to attack me when Buddy growls like that, because he thinks something's happening. Lately, he's got a parasite, and he's been very good with his medication. Sir Carlos, you're so good with your medication. I'm so proud of you. He just takes it like a pro. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna get going now. I just needed to show you guys, for those of you who needed or know somebody who needs to change a cat's bandage like this. Oh, they love the new place. It's amazing. Here, before I go, let me just show you. Ow. Oh, they love it. Oh, and the weather is beautiful outside. Okay, I just made a mess. I'm gonna clean up now. So anyway, see you guys. Have a good one. If you know somebody who needs to change a cat's bandage for for their tail, yeah, share it with them. I just found it quite useful. Quite a few people messaged me on IG, and I just thought somebody could use this.